What's up, guys? So for today we're going to be checking out a plugin by Aurora Dsp based on the Fleshrot 200 amp, solid state amp made by the company This Heavy Earth. They're a USA based company. I was lucky enough to get in on when they had the earlier version of this amp. This is now the full version. The earlier one had just a few pedals. This one has their whole line of pedals that are actually physical pedals that you can go out and buy. I recommend checking them out. Something really cool is one of the demo tracks I made for the earlier version of this, they used when they released this full version of it, which I'm super stoked about that. I think they have a free trial, so you can go check it out for yourself. I highly recommend it. Alright, so let's dig right into this. So this is the default, what you get when you bring it up, and they've already got a bunch of, I guess, stuff preset on the default for you. So let's hear what this kind of sounds like to start with. Already they got a bunch of cool stuff just on the default setting. So you got your gain here, your high, mid, low, present, shift, tight, level, that's standby and preamp. We got a lot of noise going on, but they've got a noise gate here you can turn up, which that really dials a lot of it out. We'll turn that off later. We'll keep it on now just so we can hear what's going on. But they've got their own noise gate in here, which is a spectral gate, which I have, which is really cool. We'll end up using. But turn your input up. You got your transpose. So let's hear that real quick. Back to normal. That's a pretty cool transpose tool. Let's see, so we'll kind of dial in, I guess, what kind of tone I would use for this. And this is the 10-100 I'm using. It's an Ibanez. We're using DiMarzio pickups. These are the ionizers, really great pickups, running Goodwood audio into our Focusrite into Logic Pros. So let's just start dialing here. Normally I turn the gain down some, so let's. Being an 8-string, I'm going to cut out some of the low on it also. Right, sounding sick. Take some of these mids back a little bit. Present. Alright, then the shift, let's see what that does. Go back down with it. The tight. Compresses it. Level. Damn. Alright. You can get as crazy as you want to with that thing. Alright, then you got, this is the standby. Oh cool, so I guess that's maybe that's just your Dion. Then you got the preamp. I guess you could do some cleans with like just the cabs and the effects on it. Alright, so and then you can click, it's got front. Alright, here we get to see the back of the amp. Keeps it kind of realistic. And then they got above, below here. Change the frequency series. Leave them about where they're at. And I don't think these other buttons do anything, but they look cool. It's cool to be able to get to the back of the amp, so we'll flip it back around. Alright, so we'll leave this like it is now. I'm going to turn this gate back off because I'm going to use the spectral gate on their pedals, which is an actual pedal I have that I bought from them. And I've got a demo for it on YouTube. Go check it out if you want to. So let's check out the pedals. So here is the thresholds, the spectral gate, and the threshold is the knob. So it's on. So okay, so it works with that other gate. You can see it moving on both of them there. You can go real tight. Some of that kind of gent stuff. So let's turn it back down a little bit, let it breathe some. So right now it looks like they've got the boost on. This is the crit boost, I believe. So pretty sick, kind of like a mid boost almost maybe. So I'm going to turn that off. So this is the Grim 3 overdrive. So they released this as a standalone, Aurora Dsp did, and I believe it's a free plug-in you can get now, so check it out. So yeah, that's just doing a lot for the sound there. Turn it down some. Your blend, gain. It's pretty cool. Okay. Alright, we'll turn both of these off. Now next we've got the fuzz. So it's a fuzz pedal, so let's hear that. Pretty sick. Alright, so we'll cut both of these off again. Then let's try... Alright, so lastly we got, and I really like this one. This is the, I believe, the Crucifixion Distortion. And I made a short demo for Instagram where I used this pedal, and I really liked the way this one sounded. Looks like it's like an EQ and a distortion pedal, so maybe this... Turn my lows down again. There you got the highs cranked, so let's see what that's like. Really sick. I really dig that. So we're getting some fun tones here. All right. So hell yeah. So let's go. Next we got, so we checked out the amp. This is the speaker cab. So this is some of the new speaker cab options on here. I guess they give you that as a default, which is really cool. And you've got, you know, left and right. You got different mics here. So hell yeah. So we'll go through some of our different mics here. You got a Tube 87. Of course, this is paired with a dynamic 421, so it's going to sound different every time. But then you got a dynamic 421. You got a ribbon 121. Like that. Then the dynamic 57. Alright, then let's go back with, I really like the combination of this ribbon 121 with this dynamic 421. Sick. Okay, so and then let's check these other cabs out. That's cool. I love the graphic on that one. Then let's see, we got the cab. So this was the cab that came with the original plug-in, I believe. Sick. All right, but I think I'm digging no, okay, so cab tubeless. I think I was digging cab 3 the most. Hold on, let's check that out again. Sick. Alright, so and then you can change like the position of your mic. This is obviously a lot easier to dial in. What I like to do with stuff like this would be like dial it in, you know, after I've recorded something or even a whole track, and sometimes I'll even just redial it in just so it'll fit right in the mix. You know, maybe I'll have a good tone by itself. And I'll be like, you know, no, let me redial this in. So we'll get it. But a lot of different options with these cabs, which is really cool. Then they've got, you can load custom IRs, and then they've got the speaker X here. Let's turn that on. Hold on. Not really use a speaker X a lot. Something that maybe sounds better like within the mix, like I was saying. Now we're gonna roll with it off. They got a really awesome EQ here that, again, I like to come back and dial this stuff in once I've, you know, once I've recorded my guitar, and then I see how it sits in the mix and all that cool stuff. Any other EQ, you know, you can manipulate it here or there, and then once you find your tone, you can dial it in. Dial out some of these high highs maybe. We just pop something like that just for the hell of it. That's pretty cool. And then we've got, this is where it really gets fun. This is all your different delay, reverb effects, stuff like that. So let's check it out. The first one is the Sundrift Chorus. Get really crazy with that. That's really neat. Most of this stuff I would use for leads, so we'll turn it back kind of like I would do it for that. Not too much. Alright, and then we'll check out. Next we have the Obscura Tremolo. Change the waveform. Kind of reminds me of like some Within the Ruins type of stuff they do on some. A lot of fun sounds with that, the tremolo. Then you got the Paracusa delay, I think I'm saying that right, and I really love this pedal. I fell in love with this. I want to get like the real version of it. I like it so much. Sick. that speed and time down some, that feedback down, the depth not go as crazy, so we get it kind of more chill. Alright, then next you got the Weeping Angel. And this is a reverb. So this would probably be like a cool sweeping thing, maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Crazy on that, let's calm this thing down some. Bunch of cool stuff you can do with this, man. Love this. bunch of sick stuff you can do with all those delays. Really like that. Yeah, just an all-around sick plug-in, man. I really dig it. I highly recommend going and checking it out. They got the free trial, so you really don't got nothing to lose with it. Aurora DSP, This Heavy Earth, Fleshrot, the Amp Sim Universe. Go check it out, guys. Rock on.